With 2024 right around the corner, a lot of people are worried and concerned on what this year is going to bring. So let me break this down for you and give you basically a proper survival guide on how to get through 2024. Now, a lot of people tend to think that 2024 is probably going to be an absolute shit show, much like 2023. And while they're not entirely wrong, you're also kind of wrong. Because it's actually not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. Especially if you are ascending into the higher timeline, which a lot of you guys are right now. Granted, if you're still in that fear-based mindset, if you're still in the very much doom and gloom energy, you're still following mainstream media, you're still buying all of the propaganda and all of the BS that's being spat out right now, then you're going to have a troubled time. Because in 2024, one of the biggest things we could absolutely expect are distractions. The elites are going to be grasping for straws. It will be the last-ditch effort in order to maintain control. Because the elites know they're losing right now. They're very afraid, believe it or not, because they're realizing that humanity is waking up. Yes, both sides of the coin. People are just realizing, like, wait a minute, hold up. We're seeing some issues with this system here. I think it's time we start looking at these problems and doing something about it now. Which is great, because that's the energy overall of 2024. As you may or may not know, Pluto has been bouncing back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius over this last year. So Pluto is actually going to be making its way back into the sign of Aquarius in January. And once it does, we're really going to start to notice all of the hard work and energy that we've been putting in over the past 15 years or so, and that's really going to start to come to fruition. Things are going to start manifesting and unfolding. And what's really exciting about 2024 is like, whoa, you are going to be very, very surprised with all that happens in 2024. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be like you stepped into a whole other world. And that's because technically you kind of have. Because for most of you, you guys are moving up into a higher timeline. And as I've mentioned many, many times before in prior videos, in 2023, we were experiencing a timeline split. And these parallel worlds were beginning to slowly separate from one another. Which is why many of you guys feel a certain way. You're experiencing all of these experiences. You're going through a massive healing crisis. You know, you're doing all of this work. You're manifesting. You're seeing angel numbers. All of these amazing blessings are popping in your life. And then you see the other part of this timeline that we are living parallel to. And in this parallel timeline, you're seeing a lot of people that are miserable and in fear, and nothing seems to be going right for them. And these are also the people that are still caught up in the mainstream media narratives. And I'm just going to call out some of the people out here that think that they're awake, because if you're still believing what the mainstream media is saying to you, if you're still falling for all of these distractions, if you're still supporting specific political candidates, if you're not seeing that there's a problem with our system or structures, and again, if you're constantly stuck in fear, then I'm sorry, you're not awake. So I want to tell you that 2024 is going to be the year of a grand awakening. Now, many of the people that haven't awakened yet, you know, they're in the process of awakening now. Awesome. But then we're going to see that explode exponentially next year. However, because the elites know that the collective is waking up by the numbers, they're going to be throwing some major, major distractions our way. And these are going to be in the form of multiple scare events. Now, what I do see happening, whether or not you look at this as a positive or a negative, I like to see this as all positive, because this is what's going to inspire change, is that we are going to see a lot of government manufactured and propagated events. And a lot of these events are not real by definition. They will be manufactured. Now, I'm sure that many of you guys have realized that many of these events have been manufactured already. Make sure you pay attention because many of these events that are going to be manufactured are going to really manipulate the masses. This will be a test for humanity. And these are events that are going to be happening globally because, as you know, this is a globalist event. So get ready to see a lot of false flags popping up. And unfortunately, there are going to be even more devastating weather events to happen this year. For a lot of people, 2024 may actually seem apocalyptic. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of Christians really started reevaluating some things. But the collective as a whole, oh my gosh, we're going to be pushed through the proverbial intestines of this giant shit show monster, and we're going to be excreted all over the place. Okay, that's a horrible analogy, but I'm just saying, a lot of people are going to be going through it. And for many people, they're going to see 2024 as the most catastrophic, horrible year ever. There will be many changes, there will be many losses, there will be many tragedies. But on the flip side of this, it's all about your mentality. Because again, if you're outside of that fear-based mentality, things are actually going to go your way, finally. In fact, a lot of the drama that's going to be existing in 2024 will not personally affect you. You may hear about it, you're going to hear stories, you're going to have, some sort of relatable experience to whatever's going on in the outside world. There will be so much fear-mongering. But for those people that have done the ascension work, if you're ascended, if you're in the higher vibration, none of this is going to affect you. It's going to be almost as if a safety wall has come in between the timelines. And for the most part, whatever happens in 2024 is going to change the world forever. And here's the really cool part about this ascension process that we're moving into. So not only are you going to have these miraculous, very divine alignments happen in 2024 for you, but oh my gosh, the divine soul alignments, many of you guys are going to start matching up with your soul partners. Granted, you're going to be learning a lot of lessons and it's not going to be an easy road by any means, but collectively we are actually being paired up with these partners in order to further the ascension. The amazingness of 2024 is going to blow your minds. And again, like I said, you get to choose what reality you want to experience. Many of you guys might be watching this and be like, wow, she's fear-mongering. Oh shit. I'm not actually, because you get to choose. You get to choose on whether or not you want to be in that fear-based reality or if you want to be in the higher timeline and have a kick-ass abundant life. So what are you going to choose? So basically, the best way to survive 2024 is to stand in your power. Know that you're a sovereign being. Know that you are in complete control of your reality. Know that you are powerful, magical, divine, and that you are going to attract everything you've ever wanted to attract for yourself. That you are safe, that you are healthy, that you are surrounded by love, support, divine connections. That is how you're going to survive. So again, what reality are you choosing for 2024? May it be an abundant and prosperous one. Love and light to you all.